20-minute chicken curry recipe. Not just any recipe. You know, we've all seen and we've seen Indian chicken curry recipes, Thai chicken curry recipes, we've seen Chinese chicken curry recipes, but today we're making a homemade Japanese chicken curry recipe. Once you try this chicken curry, I guarantee your family's going to love it, and you can make it within 20 minutes. Okay, so let's get cooking. I'm turning this on, Dario, and I'm going to be using some coconut oil. You could use, if you want to, you could use olive oil, you could use butter, you could use canola oil, just a couple of tablespoons. And then what we're going to do is I've taken an onion, chopped it into quarters, and this is a good way of doing onion. You know, when we think about Chinese and we think about the Japanese curry, we'll see the onion into these pieces. And I like it because you just pull them apart and you don't actually cry that much with this one. Sometimes with an onion, when you have it, you know, you're dicing it, aren't you? It depends how much sulfur's in the soil, but sometimes you're having it and you're like... So the onions are starting to get a little bit of color on there. See that, Dario? I'm not gonna add salt because one of the things I have noticed, Dario, with these curry pastes, they've got quite a bit of salt in them, so I don't need to add salt to it. So I'm just stirring this around, okay? At this stage, Dario, I'm gonna add 2 cans of coconut milk. So 2 cans go in of the coconut milk, some garlic, some ginger. Now, some folks don't like to add garlic and ginger, but I do. If you don't like that harshest taste of garlic, or if you like it a little bit more subtle, you could actually just cook the garlic off a bit more, or you could use roasted garlic. So I've added some garlic and some ginger to here. And when I've seen these Japanese curries before, a lot of folks don't actually add the garlic and ginger, but I really think it adds great flavor to it. I guess it's like a Chinese inspiration to it. I'm gonna add some chicken stock to it and let this simmer for about 5 minutes. Dario's gonna do one of them fabulous transitions. I don't know how hard it is to do, but I'll just make it look as if it is. Is it really hard, Dario, to do a transition? Yeah. Dario, pretend we're a big show in Broadway.
Oh, it's so hard.
How hard?
Yeah.
Doesn't it take like 6 weeks of rendering?
Oh,
takes
yeah.
26 machines.
John, let's transition to that. Slap the lens.
As you can see, it's just been simmering in the pot with the onions. We're just softening the onions slightly. At this stage now, what we're gonna do is take the actual curry blocks, and you can see that they're in these cubes. See that?
Yeah, I see that, John.
Well done, Dario. Yeah, I like this. I like this. You know, you're not Mrs. Spielberg, but you're doing a good job.
Aww.
I'm stirring this in. Now remember, when this goes in here, there's gonna be cornstarch, so that's gonna thicken the curry up. Now it depends on you how thick you like your curry. If you like it really thick, which the Japanese do have a thicker curry, you can add more cubes, but let it just come up to a boil first. So we just come inside and see the cubes, Dario? You've got to keep them stirring them, because if you let them sit on the bottom, they're gonna stick to the bottom of the pan. When you try this, you want to try it and see where you're at. You know, some folks really love spicy food, and if you do like food what's really spicy, feel free, if you want, to add some jalapeno, habanero, Thai bird chili. Feel free to add some chili powder to it. I don't like it when it's too spicy. There's nothing worse than when you have something, you give it to someone, and you know, people are supposed to enjoy your food, and you've given them something too spicy. They have it, and then all of a sudden the lips are like Mick Jagger. They're like, I can't get no satisfaction. Do you understand what I mean, Dario? Yeah. Or am I bonkers?
I mean, you're slightly bonkers, alright?
He's a cheeky monkey, but you gotta like him. At least he's honest. Look, can you see this is thickening up?
Yeah.
Okay. See the way the curry's thickening up?
Yeah, I see that, John.
So we want to get it nice and thick, and we can always add more stock to it. Remember, we don't know the full thickness until these cubes have melted and the curry's come up to a boil. See See the consistency of it? It's
Yeah.
almost the consistency of yogurt, not Greek yogurt, but a regular yogurt. Now that we've got that up to that consistency, this is where you can do what you want. If you want to add some shrimp, you could poach some shrimp in there for a few minutes. If you want to add some beef, you could put some beef in there. Any morsels, pork in there, you could add different. I've got a rotisserie chicken. I've just pulled all the meat off it, got it from the local supermarket. I'm gonna add some rotisserie chicken, and I'm gonna add some vegetables. I've got some sweet potato and some carrots. So when we've got the crew and we're filming, or the Ashtons come over from England, they're like the old blooming Beverly Hillbilly Clampets. When they come over, this is a curry we make. Now look at this, Dario. Within about 10 minutes, we have ourselves a curry that's just fabulous. If you think to yourself, oh, that looks a bit too thick for me, just take some water, add a little bit of water to it, or you could add some more stock to it, and then there you have it. We're gonna bring this up to a simmer, just bringing this up to a simmer now. We're gonna taste for salt and pepper, but we do know it's got quite a bit of salt in it. So I'm gonna mainly taste for pepper, and people can adjust it. Bring this up to a simmer, warm the vegetables. Dario will do a transition, and we'll come back and we'll serve this. It's just been cooking for about 5 minutes. Whenever we're cooking a thicker sauce like this, a thicker stew, always keep your eye on the bottom of the pan. Remember, the more we stir around that chicken, the more it's going to fall apart, because it's a rotisserie chicken. What I love about this, and I was saying to Dario, is there aren't too many dishes that you can make within 10 to 15 minutes, and you can feed. You look at this then, Dario, you've got yourself about 10 to 12 people can eat this with some rice. I like to steam some rice, so I've got some rice here, mate, that I've steamed off. And I'm just gonna take some rice, and I'm just gonna place it into the bowl. Just taking some short grain rice. You could use basmati if you wanted to, whatever you want to do. I'm just gonna take some, keep that, oh, actually some rice has fell down the side. Get in there, you little rascal. Who told you you could go walkabout? Yep, I talk to my food. The rice is coming in, and then we're just gonna take some of that curry. So if we look at that, Dario, we've got the chicken in there, the curry, that creamy coconut sauce is coming on. As I'm talking to you, I'm blooming salivating, mate. You can see that we've got it, and then when it comes to finishing it off, we could put some sesame seeds on there if you wanted to. You don't have to get too fancy, because this is one of those dishes where you just do it. A little bit of white pepper if you want. I'm not going to add any more salt because of that. If you want to, you could add some fukake seasoning, which you can get these in most grocery stores now. Just a little bit of that, it's the seaweed sesame mix on top. Oh, sausages, get open with you. A little bit of that on there, and then if you want, maybe a little bit of soy glaze. Like, it's all about, when you get home, you just got to try to have fun. A little bit of soy glaze on there. And there you have one of my favorite dishes as a chef, and something that I'll often make for chefs if they just stop by. We always make it for the crew, and we always make it for the Ashtons when they come over. If my brother Derek was watching this, he'd be salivating watching it. Let's try it. It's absolutely, I'm not just saying this, I'm pretty honest with you. If it was crap, I'd tell you. Just the taste, it's just so creamy. The coconut just gives it that beautiful taste. And then the curry's not aggressive. It's not like an Indian curry where you've got the spice roaring at you like the MGM lion. And there's actually more curry eaten in Japan than what there is sushi. Every home makes it. Oh. There you have it. Today was a quick segment, but I just want... Today was a quick segment, but I just wanted to show you something that we eat as a crew. Dario, what's your last words to them?
Stay safe, have fun.
Be positive, be kind. It's the best way to be in life. See you next time, everybody. Cheerio for now.